Right, we're live on now, are we?
About to now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Golf Chat Show Live. Today, we're joined by fitness coach and golf fitness coach, James Thompson. Welcome to the show, pal.
Hello, mate. Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Glad to be here. I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's been a weird time, especially in my line of work.
Yeah.
But it's been great because I've got to spend time at home with my family, and it's been also it's been nice to see how the lads have reacted to it in their own little ways. I mean, there'll be some guys who've got the foot down here and thought, I've got nothing else to do here but work on my body. And there'll be other guys that have done nothing. So it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out when everyone goes back on the course.
Definitely. I think the top guys are either going to go one of two ways. They're going to go, right, okay, this is a great time for me to get in shape because I've not got to really think about my golf swing as much right now. I've got nothing to prepare for. Or I'm just going to sit on my ass and do nothing.
Do nothing. Correct. But yeah, it'll definitely show the guys who've got the bit between the teeth and the guys who want it, and then the guys who are just willing to just say, you know what, I'll wait until the golf courses are open. If you ain't going to put the work in now, then you're never going to put it in, are you?
No, exactly. So you've just started doing a few things online. Just tell us a little bit about that, because we've got a fantastic giveaway to give away at the end for 10 lucky people, and we'll explain that right at the end of the show. But just tell us a little bit more about what's going on. What's going on with you and your new online stuff?
Right, basically what it was is I've always wanted to go online because there's only so many hours in the week, and I miss out on a massive part of the business and the part of the clients that I meet where A, they can't even afford one-on-one PT, 2, they haven't got the time for one-on PT, and 3, the biggest one I miss out on is leaving lads stuff to do when they're not with me on tour.
Yeah.
There's something I know for me to be a better trainer, I needed to give that service, and I've never had the time to do it. So the thought was to launch it in September next year and just work on it in the summer. Anyway, this has all happened, and it's forced me and my business partner to get our heads down and just rush it. Well, not just rush it, but just really nail it and get the content out there. And we thought, what a great way to start it was home exercising, because we can't get in a gym. So we can't film stuff in the gym. Obviously, I've filmed stuff before in gyms, but we're not even interested in putting that out because it's absolutely worthless.
Useless, isn't it, right now? Yeah,
correct. So we've done a load of exercise. We've done 100, a library of 100, proper teaching, coaching, videoing, everything. And we're going to start putting it out there. Oh, I'm not too sure on that. I think it was next month, but the website is there now for a few bits and bobs for lads that are interested in going straight away.
Yeah, because I know some of the guys that you already coach have been going up there, haven't they? Been doing the exercises and been doing that kind of set plans each week. Yeah.
Well, it's been key. Not just physically, Alex. I think the biggest part of all this is definitely mental. Without a doubt. And I think I know personally, I've not got the luxury of it. If I had someone messaging me every day saying, listen, your session's there, get out of bed, get off the settee, go and get it done. As soon as you've done it, half an hour, 40 minutes. How much better do you feel? Oh. Not just physically, mentally, it adds purpose to your day, doesn't it?
Massive. I mean, I've been doing the exercises, but I've been getting out on the bike as well and doing that most mornings. You just feel like you can do something, where the mornings that I've not done it, I've been like, right, can't get anything done here.
Correct. It does. It switches things on. And also, you got to remember, golf's a sport, even at all levels. It's the most infatuating sport, I think, out there. It's the only sport where you've got high handicap amateurs who give just as much effort and time than top level pros in their own little way. You won't find that in any other sport. And all of a sudden, they've lost that right to go and hit. But I mean, how many guys who say, I mean, with all due respect here, that play off 28, 29, that still go and spend every night on the golf course hitting balls? Would you find that at a snooker hall? Would you find that at a football pitch? You wouldn't, would you?
No, I've never thought of it like that, to be fair. I've never, ever thought about that.
Yeah, they've lost their release. They've lost their exercise. They've lost that half an hour getting away from the wife and kids. Everyone's lost it all for a substantial amount of time. And
I'm sure there's some arguments going on, aren't there?
I didn't mean to put that point in there. But yeah, they've all lost that overnight, and it's cruel. But hopefully the stuff that me and Andrew have done at least gives you that an hour off a day where you feel like, you know what, I am on the golf course here because I am working. Yeah. And for them guys I've just talked about, this stuff that we've done is 100% more beneficial than hitting any balls. I promise you, because we're teaching you how to move like a pro. We're teaching you to hit golf shots properly via your body, not through the feeling of, oh, if I hit 100 balls after 100, I'm going to feel better. Well, you're still hitting your 100th one, like your first one, aren't you?
Yeah.
You just timed it better. We're teaching them a different way, and what time to do it.
Because I think it's mad. I think a lot of people don't really realize this. A lot of people think how they swing the golf club is just how they swing the golf club. But how they swing the golf club is pretty much determined by their limitations. For example, shoulder mobility, hip mobility, all these aspects are massive.
Of course. And sometimes, honestly, I think even if you look now, there's so many good golf trainers. When I first came on the scene, there was only probably 2 or 3 Kev Duffy, I think a few more. There was a few out there. There was the only ones I'd really pay attention to that I would like to learn of. You go online now, there's lots. And what's happened is sometimes it's not just about the limitation. I think the biggest limitation that amateurs have, you're going through lads probably my age at my ability. They've got average athleticism, average sport and ability, is how the brain moves on the golf swing. So what they think they're moving like, they stand up at a golf club and they don't move like that. No. So I think the training now, the good trainers have a way of just moving the body for the athlete, regarding on what the body's like anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, definitely. Because I think a lot of people watching this will think golf fitness, that's only for people who want to turn pro, people at the top of the game, single figure players, but it's for everybody. You look after a host of different levels.
Yeah, I think if you got hold of a guy, and I'd love to see somebody do this online, a proper portfolio, proper case study. Say you got hold of a guy at 25 handicap, and you're right, you cannot hit a ball for 6 months. All we're going to work on is this and how the product of you affects that golf ball. Then I'd love to see a case study of a guy who was going to go to a high-end golf coach and have as many lessons as he wanted. And I'd honestly, I'd put my hat on the guy who worked on his body for 6 months at that level, obviously.
Yeah.
The golf coaches. Yeah, so many lessons are wasted because they have absolutely no perception of what they're actually wanted to achieve and want to do by the golf coach.
Yeah. And a lot of people can sometimes get the move without a golf club in their hand, but then they get a golf club in their hand, they just revert back to tight, don't they?
And it's gone because they don't see it. Because as soon as they step on that first tee, 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning, they suddenly don't care about what they've worked on all week. They suddenly care about shooting 36 points.
Yeah.
That's it. That comes into the anything. I want to be on that leaderboard when I get in the clubhouse. I'll just do what I do. That's probably 89% of golfers. It must be.
No, I totally agree. So just going into we know we're talking a little bit more about what you're doing online, but what do you do if someone comes to you? Imagine it's my first session. How does that work out? What do you go through? Screening, straight into drills? How does it work for you?
Yeah, so the initial screening process is obviously the TPI one. I've been doing this for that long now. There's a certain ones I use and certain ones I don't use. Within probably, for me personally, 15, 20 minutes of being with an athlete, well, a golfer, I can probably put my thumb on 2 or 3 things that I would just prioritize. I've seen some screenings before and they've got 20 red crosses of how they move badly. If I could send a guy away, listen, saying, there's 2 things there, mate, that are really bad. Like your overhead deep squat for one would be a massive, say, early extension or something like that. I'd like to send over and say, right, if we can sort that and sort that within a couple of weeks, then they're going to take a massive buzz off that rather than sending them home with a load of red crosses saying, mate, you don't stand a chance. Don't come back again. So you've got to be a bit, I won't say clever, but you've got to prioritize, because you've got to remember a lot of these guys, they will probably stop doing it.
Yeah.
If you could keep it simple and give them some simple stuff, and just think, so they step on that tee box on a Saturday and just think, oh, you know what? I feel a little bit freer. I feel a little bit stronger. Then that's how they're going to get better and better and better, by filling them with a load of nonsense and a load of drills of the stages. Leave that. I'd keep that as a trainer up here to yourself, and just give them the little bits that you know are going to make a big impact to them on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, I mean, I can vouch for it firsthand, because when I tried to play full time, I saw you most weeks, and the difference that I made in that winter period, I went from being like strong and a little bit scrawny, but not strong for golf, to actually really strong for golf in every direction.
Yeah, cool. And then that comes into play. I remember once I was with Dice at the Open. And he stepped on a tee box, and I can't remember the winds, whatever. It was proper blowing a hoolie. And he said he stepped on that first tee and he'd put his clothes on and he'd done the work. And on that first tee, he felt a better player, and he hadn't practiced any harder, he hadn't done anything different. He just worked on his body differently for once. And suddenly then you one up on your opponent straight away, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So, it's a massive part of the game, and but you've got to know what part of golf fitness you need. I had a tweet off a coach last week saying, do you think that fitness is not that important for amateurs rather than active veteran at golf? And his point was, listen, you could get as fit as you can, you could work all week in the gym, you could get flexible, you could get stronger, you could still turn up on a Saturday against a guy who's done nothing, went out on the piss the night before, pardon my French, and still get beat.
Yeah.
Still get beat comfortably. And I completely agree what he's saying with that. But over a long-term process, that's what you need to be looking at. Obviously, that would turn around. So you've got to know what you're training for, and then really trust it with your golf coach as well. My job is worthless without the coach. Yeah,
and you've always said that. I mean, you work with Pete Barber, Andrew Murray. You work closely with all coaches, don't you?
Yeah. I said when I first started, I was there with Pete Cowens and that. When I was first out on tour, I didn't really understand how it worked, and it's been through dealing with great coach Steve Marr, Pete Barber, Drew, that have taught me. I wouldn't be as good at my job now without them guys, because they have taught me what I do and put it into a golf format.
I mean, we see now Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, John Ram, all these guys look pretty strong. How often, in your opinion, are these guys working out? Are they working out on a tournament week?
They'll be training daily, I should imagine, in some capacity. There's the hidden training that you don't see on social, where they're working on angles, mobility, flexibility, the boring stuff that you don't see. They'll be doing that daily, without a doubt. And the good fitness trainers that are out now will have the strength and power stuff planned throughout the year. And then boys are lucky enough to have a trainer there full time with them.
Yeah.
Do I think, you look at the top 20 in the world, there's probably 8 or 9 that I would say they've made bodies a weapon. Yeah. So they are where they are because of the body. The rest of them will probably not be far off the game just by doing minimum training, because they swing it a certain way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you pick Louis Oosthuizen, for example, and give him a massive SC program for 6 months, would it improve him as a golfer? I don't know. Probably not.
No.
What his training will do will just be the pureness that he swings a golf club. His training will be surely maintaining that and making it repeatable. And that's where fitness comes in. So many, not just levels, swings.
Yeah. Class. Well, it's now time to get into these 6 exercises, aren't we? Because we'll go through. We'll go through.
Right. So all I've got, mate, I've got 2 bands which I've used at home. We're putting these on the website. So they're available to everybody now. I've got just a normal TheraBand, and then I've just got a little pulley band.
Because you can get them from eBay, can't you? They're dead cheap on eBay, those TheraBands, aren't they?
I got these when lockdown came from Sports Direct. They came the day after and they cost me about £14.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 3 kind of mobility exercises, movement ones, and 3 a little bit golfy. So the speed-based, movement-based. And the 3 that I've used, because not only do I like to do them, I like to teach them, you get quite a lot out of them. So, for example, these will come into handy if stereotypically I'm teeing off at 10 o'clock. I keep mentioning 10 o'clock on a Saturday. So I'm just about to leave the house. I'm going to leave at 8 o'clock. I'm going to get to the golf course at 8:30. I'm going to go to the locker room for 45 minutes. I'm going to do that. Don't happen. Your wife tells you to put the bins out. You get stuck in traffic. You want to go and get a sandwich. You need to get cash out. Basically, you get to the golf course and you've got half an hour and you want to spend 15 minutes on the range. So these are set for me. I'd spend 15 minutes in the locker room and I'd do this. And guaranteed I'd stand a bit more chance of moving better on the golf course.
Because it's mad, right? Before you start doing it, I think even when I only know this from being with you and being with Tom, I'll go to a locker room. I know my events aren't very big, but I play local PGA stuff. I'll go to the locker room and I'll stretch, and I'll probably spend like in a ratio maybe 60% time stretching, and then 40% actually doing some hitting and chipping and putting.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's only probably, I say out of a field of 60. There's probably if there's 5 of us in the locker room doing stretching, that's a lot. You
name one more sport that will make sense.
I can't.
None. Dynamic sports, none. It'd be madness, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you wouldn't dream of doing it in tennis.
And it is for me. It's for me the most athletic sport in the world. Meaning, there's not a sport like it that has so many muscle groups that need to hold, move fast, move slow in one movement in the world.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1 for us. Give us exercise number 1.
Right, number 1. I've just got to the golf course. Is that all right there, mate? Can you see me on the floor there?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So I've just got my band nice and square on. So my knees are in line with my shoulders, and I'm going to put my wrists in line with my knees.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab the band, and then I'm just going to open up like that. Now, see what I've done? I was struggling. That was too tight for me. So I'm going to narrow my stance a little bit and just open up. Okay, I'll just do a couple more, then I'll tell you what I'm after.
Would you repeat this each side, Jam?
Yeah, of course I will. So what I'm looking for there, I'm going to come off the exercise and do some teaching points. What I'm trying to open up is my shoulder blade and the middle of my spine, which is the T-spine. If you think about a good golf swing, they're the things that go well together. There's minimum hip movement because my knees are on the floor, obviously. And I'm trying to time this, turning with this. So I've got a nice straight arm. I'm not bending it. I'm turning from the shoulder. The key is don't rush it. Yeah. Use your 12 reps, which I do.
Okay.
To get better. Does that make sense, Al?
Yeah. You could meet a lot of people, if they don't have TheraBands, they're probably beneficial maybe doing that with even just fresh air.
Hey, fresh air, completely. You'd be amazed how many guys with fresh air, me, could just get to there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. You got fresh air, then a medium band, a harder band. But the key is not the resistance, it's the movement and the range of movement that you can find. Dead slow, put your music in, switch off, think about your first shot down the first tee, get into the mental state as well, and just picture just getting bigger. I do 12 reps both sides.
Yeah, I on that point, I remember us doing something on this when we were loud in the gym, and we took a photo of me at the top of the backswing, for me being like narrow and crouched, to me being like really tall. It was like, who's this? This is not me.
From 45 seconds a minute's work.
Yeah.
People, how many times do you see people get on the first tee and they get the pitching wedge out, they get the lob wedge out, and they put it behind their ears, and they go.
Yeah.
But then they'll spend 30 minutes on a putting green. They get the 3 balls out of the bag, put it on the putting green, miss 90% of the putts, put them back in the bag and think, oh, I'm ready to rip it up now. Nuts.
Absolutely. Okay, number 2 for us, exercise number 2.
Okay, so I've got my black band, but I can still use that if I wanted to, if I've only got that. Okay, so if there's a locker room at home, I'm just going to fasten it against my banister. Okay, so I'm going to do now, it's a similar movement, but I'm going to engage the lower half. So the side I'm turning into, I'm going to make a split lunge. Can you see that all right, Al?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm coming up onto my back toe, so I'm really emphasising stability from my right-hand side. Okay, I'm just going to grab my band, straight arms, and I'm just going to open up the body. And then back. Straight arms, open up. So if I show that front on, I've got straight arms. The reason why I emphasize straight arms is if I'm turning and my arms are straight, I know it's my torso that's doing the turning. I'm not just going.
Yeah.
There. So I'm turning in and holding.
Because you could cheat it doing that, couldn't you? Bending the arms, you could cheat it.
Because we're just trying to work on now is, now I'm doing this, I've got the feeling now firing up my lower half. So that when I fire the lower half, then I can bring in some kind of separation. So I've got the lower half going and I can separate and really feel like I'm turning big. I'm solid and I'm just turning in. Now swap sides, grab my bands, just turning in. How much of the chest can I get over the pocket? I'm not losing my load. I'm not going, just nice and getting into my side. Okay?
And 12 each side again?
Yeah, 12 or 10, something like that. You got to remember, if you're really struggling with something, if I said 12 or 15 reps, after 4 or 5, you're probably going to switch off and they're going to be quite crap, aren't they?
Yeah. So would you say it's quality better than quantity?
Correct. If I was to say, that's what sets and reps are different for so many people. If I say to you, right, you're really struggling at that, can I have 4, please? 4 good ones. Then you'll get 4 good ones out, won't you?
Yeah. I've been there where you've said that and it's not nice.
Okay.
Number 3.
Yeah, if you say low reps, that means it's minging.
Number 3.
Okay, next one. We're just going to do some kind of mobility walking. When I say mobility walking, basically what I've done is I've put a matrix of exercises together that take minimum time, but you get massive benefit from in just like 3 or 4 minutes. Again, brilliant for a locker room drill. Okay, so I've got my band. I stand quite far back. I'm just going to stand up. Is that all right there, Al?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, and I'm just going to pop the shoulders up like that. I'm going to pop the band in behind. Don't try and do it something you can't do. If you can't do it, just use fresh air like you said. Pop it back up. Okay, I'm just going to chuck it on the floor. Okay, narrow my stance, straighten my legs, and I'm just going to hang. Now, I'm not saying touch my toes, because if you put an emphasis on touching your toes like me now and I can't, if I was to try and touch my toes, 1, I would move wrong, 2, I'd put strain on my lower back and hamstring, which is the worst thing you can do before a round of golf. Okay. Whatever I can do, I'm just going to hang like that. So you can see now, I'll show you one so you can see the improvement that we can make in a couple of minutes. So I'm about what? Can you see it there? How short am I there?
A little bit further back, Jam. I can't quite see that now.
Okay, where am I there?
Yeah, you're about level with the bottom of your trousers.
Okay, so about 4 or 5 inches, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to walk out onto my hands. I'm going to drop the back knee and just pop a hip stretch in here. Okay, now these are all on the website, so you can get proper bit more teaching from these.
Yeah, the link will be down below, guys, if you want to get some bit more closer teaching on this. James is talking through all of them step by step.
Yeah, so my knees are on the line of my shoelace, and I'm just pushing forwards. I'm not straining, I'm not going, just a nice pull. And I'm going to swap, push. Okay, I'm going to get back up into a full press up position. I'm going to do some just circles. Just 6 nice and big circles. Do my 6. Swap my 6. Okay, now I'm going to stand back up. I've done one set there. Now, without putting myself under much strain, you can see now.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not giving you a song and dance there. That's true. So all of a sudden,
I've done these with you.
Yeah. So without me battering stuff, I've literally, that took me 40 seconds. If I was to just stretch my hamstrings, I wouldn't get any better than that.
No.
40 seconds, I'm breathing out my ass, and I can't and I've made full-on improvement to my body without even really doing anything. Okay.
That's crazy. Okay, another one. Number 4.
Number 4, mate. So we're getting a bit golfy now. We're a bit more warmed up. I'm going to get my bands. Now, you see a version, a lot of this with Tommy and Kev Duffy, loading your legs and seeing some explosive rotation, which is how Tommy makes his, gets his power. So what I'm going to do is, I've just got my bands. Raise it up. Okay, can you see me there now?
Yeah, perfect.
Right, so I'm going up my left-hand side. I do a lot of one-legged stuff, testing your stability. I'm up on the back toe, the other one. I'm going to put one shoulder forward and one shoulder sat back, like the top of a backswing, yeah?
Okay.
You think of a backswing.
So almost like you're pulling the lawnmower kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm just there, and I'm just going to... So while I'm doing there, it's technically the same as that.
Yeah.
Just rotating the shoulders, but keeping solid in the lower half.
Because does that splitting those legs isolate the lower half and keep it?
Of course, it just tests one side, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Putting a lot of pressure on that left glute there. Obviously, I would swap sides as well.
Flip it over.
Flip it, bam, bam, bam.
And would you see guys really increase their club head speed by going through these exercises?
Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. People, I know speed sticks out there, and speed sticks, obviously, they're proven they are very good, but it's just moving better, isn't it? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's getting more stable. You what, pal?
Get your breath back. It's all right.
I know. it's the same thing. It's just learning what needs to keep still, learning what needs to move, and that's our golf, isn't it? At certain points.
Yeah. Okay, number 5.
Number 5. Okay, so I've got some low to high chops. You like these, Al?
Yeah, I do. These are my favourite. I know what these are.
Okay, so this is brilliant. I feel like we've compressed on the golf ball, but then we're using our lower half to really create some speed and power. So what we're focusing on is hip movement at speed and the body and arms staying last, basically. Okay. So I've got a good tension on there. I'm going to load up. So I'm pushing into this right-hand side as if I was at the top of my backswing. Load up, and then I'm just going to push through the legs in the lower half and drive.
You can get some real good speed doing that, can't you?
Oh, that is speed.
Yeah.
That's where guys of my shape will get the speed from. They've not got Dustin Johnson levers or DeChambeau's height. They have to use the legs in a dynamic force to go up and down to create that speed. You're the same. That's how you will get your speed. If you think about speed, I need some kind of up and down with my legs without losing golf posture. So if you watch my head, my golf posture doesn't move, but I'm going up and down. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, you hear about it all the time now, how top players get light during the backswing, they get heavy just pre-impact, light after impact. They're using the ground. Using the ground. But you've got to time it. There's so many guys teaching how to use the ground, and you see all this stuff, and it's nonsense. It is nonsense. So you've really got to be careful. You've got to use your golf coach as well to find out what's your move. Yeah. Because your move's different to my move, to different to your move. Yeah. I totally agree, because you could get somebody doing those moves slowly, but unless they can do it at speed, it's useless. And by learning it with your fitness coach and then your golf coach side by side, that's a great way to bring it all in.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would only use that drill for someone who the swing's there in place. You just needed to sort out the synchronization of it by just engaging the lower half.
Yeah. Okay, number 6.
Can't remember what it was. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Right, great drill. So, get my band off here. I'm going to pop this one around my legs. Nice and tight. For me, you imagine putting your toe bag on your spot at the driving range, and you're texting, you're going out in 45 minutes, and then you look to your right here and you see a guy doing this. I'd be like, I need to get off my phone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I'm stood on, got my band behind my shoulder blades, it's full connection of my arms. So I don't ever once use my actual arms.
Okay, so that they stay out there.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a load as if I was top of my backswing. So I'm creating some height in my hip and I'm pushing into my right glute, and then I'm turning big. And really feel that mobility and really feel the pull on your arse cheek right there. I do that, I can push and hold. I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna load it, push. And when I say load, I don't mean collapse. I mean a load meaning if I was to go, I could jump as far left as I possibly could.
Okay.
Loaded, big turn. So working on mobility and shoulders as if I could just go boom. Yeah?
Show us that from down the line, Jam. Flip round. Show us that from down the line. That'd be great, that.
This way?
Yeah, perfect.
I've loaded, getting into the top of my backswing, and then I just big turn. My chest is coming with my pocket. So I've got some height now in my hip to make a leg move. You see that?
Yeah.
I'm not flat, so I can't make a move. I'm high, but my head's the same place. So then I can go turn. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, that's class. And like we said before, to get up more of the information, all these exercises you guys you're giving out for free, aren't you? Well, the link will be down below.
Yeah, them guys. I think we're doing some free ones next week as well, mate, without bands.
Oh, perfect. So there's going to be lots of free content, and I will link it all down below. But before we go, I mean, those exercises you can see. I mean, you've only just been demonstrating them, not even doing the amount of reps, and it's getting the blood pumping, isn't it?
Mate, I'm blowing it. I'm really struggling. Yeah, I haven't trained like this in years.
I actually put you through your paces here instead of you putting everybody else.
I just want to do some bicep curls and I'm done with it.
Don't worry, you've had some comments about that from Timos. Okay, so everybody's been sticking around to listen about this giveaway. So really simple, guys. If you want to enter this giveaway, it's the first 10 people to follow JGcollab on Instagram. Also sign up to their website and post a short video on their own Instagram. It can be a story, it can be on their feed, tagging JGcollab in it, doing one of the exercises. That's all you have to do. First 10 people to do that get 2 months free when all this content after lockdown then becomes paid. I think you're looking for kind of June, July potentially is around. It's going to be the paid content.
Yeah, hopefully June would be amazing. The only problem we've got, obviously, at the minute is we can't film it because the place we wanted to film it at were social distancing, so we can't actually meet together and do the filming.
Yeah.
That's our only issue. So as long as this goes on, obviously it's going to be later. But if we get the go-ahead to open golf courses, then this will be done before we know it, yeah.
Perfect. I mean, honestly, guys, you've heard today how important it is to move in the golf swing. That is 10 opportunities that you don't want to miss. I've done it with you before, and I know how much it's helped me move in my golf swing and just move better. I mean, I've had some injuries away from golf, and doing the work with you has helped massively. So if you want more of the information, everything is going to be left down below. How you enter the giveaway, how you find these guys on social media, JGcollab, really nice and simple, dead catchy, black and white logo. So make sure you go and follow them and enter that giveaway.
Perfect.
Thanks, Jam, for that. I really appreciate it. That's class. It's given us a great insight about what we can do.
All right, cool. Thanks, mate.
Thanks very much. And guys, thanks for joining us today. And that is today's Golf Chat Show Live. Thanks very much for joining us. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow. We're now 4 weeks straight going live on the Golf Chat Show. Thanks very much for your support. See you tomorrow.
Cheers, guys. Thanks, Al.